Welcome to another episode of Mick and the Fat Man, where we are talking artists, albums, and everything music. Well, welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Mick and the Fat Man. That's right, folks. It's Series 4, episode number 20. It's the final wrap-up. We are barreling down the line to Christmas. Mick, how are you travelling? And Merry Christmas.
Mate, I'm travelling fantastically. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you too. Here, I'll give you this gift and you can open it later.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's another jigsaw.
Another jigsaw.
I thought I'd just tell you because I don't think you've done the last one, have you?
Have you done yours?
It holds up my computer screen on my desk.
It's a good size box.
It is, yes, exactly. Mate, 4 years. For season 4, the end of 4 years, still going strong.
We are.
And you're still playing crap like that. It's great, isn't it?
Look, when you're lucky enough to live in Australia and you hear the likes of Bucko and Champs on the radio or elsewhere, you realise just how lucky you really are. And you've got some great songs on this album, such as the Aussie Jingle Bells, We Wish You a Ripper Christmas, and Australians Let Us Barbecue. So it's just chock-a-block full of magnificent Christmas songs.
There's nothing like butting up against a cliche.
Yeah. That's right. What about good old Wally King? I have no idea what that is, but it's another one of the songs on this. It's a very strong album.
Look, you know, we've got a lot of listeners in Southeast Asia and America and the UK.
Yeah.
And they're not going to have a bloody clue what any of that
None
means.
whatsoever.
Not one bit.
None whatsoever. Anyway, Santa Never Made It into Darwin's another one on there.
That's an oldie bit of goodie.
That is an oldie bit of goodie. And for those who can remember the Darwin cyclone that tore the place to bits, that's
1974, mate.
Was it 74?
Yeah,
God,
doesn't time fly when you're having fun.
That's the song that they made. I think it was a not a tribute song. It was actually like a charity song or something like that. Wasn't
Something
it?
like that. Yeah.
Anyway, Mick, it's the wrap up season, and I don't need you to actually get the Globite school bag with the luxurious interior because we know what it is straight out of the box.
That's right, mate. We get filled full of papers and tapes and stuff and wrapping up season 4, but it has got a peek of what we're going to do next year.
Oh, excellent. That's what we need to know. All right, so we'll just move on. I did have a little bit of rock news for you, so I better just get that moving, mate.
Everyone wants rock news.
Who doesn't want rock news?
Exactly right, yeah.
We all love rock news.
All the news that is rock. All the news that is rock. All the news that is rock is here.
So, yeah, Mick, we've got some rock news, and I believe that your name is plastered in the front of this one. So give me some rock news, mate.
Some rock news? Mate, credit where credit's due. I was reading the Herald, the Sydney Morning Herald the other day,
Yeah.
and I read an article which talked about the practice of using phones to record concerts.
Oh, fuck, it's awful.
I hate. And they cited two concerts, both of which are right up our alley, Coldplay
Yeah.
and Taylor Swift.
Well, that would, in fact, Coldplay would be the album would be the concert I would be likely to video because I don't particularly want to watch it. So I may as well hear it or anything like that. So I may as well use my video editing skills to create a beautiful montage of it to show my friends.
And I think it would probably lend itself to that.
Yeah.
Because the sound on your phone, I mean, naturally it's just awesome. You know,
It's fantastic. They got fantastic. Yeah, we use a Rodecaster Pro, I think it's called, and that would be terrible to take to somewhere like a concert when you've got a mobile phone.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You just hold it up, point it at the stage, and it's all sorts of sound modulation and balance, and
you can get
all of those things.
Can get 4K video and all that sort of stuff, and it's fantastic.
It's nothing about saving the concert for later viewing. It's nothing about saving the memory.
It's so much better to go to a concert video and watch the video later because you haven't been able to watch the concert while you're there because you're videoing. So it's just such a much better experience.
Well, apparently, the real reason is that it's far better to go to a concert, put it on social media and have your friends say, "Oh, were you there? Wasn't it great?"
Oh. Yeah. In fact, I think it'd be better actually to video the TV screen that they always have at concerts. So you're actually not videoing the concert, you're videoing the TV screen.
Now you're talking. Using technology to give yourself a memorable experience that you can remember later.
That's right. No, that'd be fantastic. And these people aren't fuckwits, of course, are they? Eh?
Not a bit. Can you believe? Taylor Swift's 3 Melbourne concerts?
Yeah.
Downloaded enough to send a moon mission.
Really?
Yeah. 35 terabytes. Enough for 15,500 hours of video recording.
That's interesting because people would have been on the socials putting up there, I'm at Taylor and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And the ambulance and the police and all the emergency services probably had to get Telstra to bring a mobile tower in or something like that to boost the bandwidth. So
I would expect so,
So
yeah,
they could actually get emergency information through.
Well, you're not likely to get overexcited at Taylor or Coldplay, are you?
No, but if someone took an opportunity to create havoc by maybe, like Taylor's halfway through one of her great songs and, I don't know, someone good gets up and starts singing.
They wouldn't do that, would they?
No, they wouldn't. But imagine the riot that would happen if they, like a musician got up there and started making music.
Imagine if they had a guitar solo or a drum solo. Oh,
as opposed to just sort of quick outfit changes.
That's right. Yes, yeah, that's far better. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. As I said to you recently, I was at the They Might Be Giants concert, and a guy who was in front of us, who was a large and tall man, decided he would hold his arm up in the air for the entire concert, taking a fucking video. The knob.
What a dickhead! Yeah.
He could have taken the video by sitting down as well, because it's quite good visual. You could actually see the stage quite well just sitting there.
Yeah.
But no, he stood there and videoed the entire concert. The knob.
What a tool. Yeah.
Anyway.
So
anyway, Taylor Swift chewed up a lot of bandwidth.
I was just horrified by those numbers.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go, indeed.
And what about old Nicky boy? You saw Nick recently too. Did you take a video of Nick Cave's concert?
I got to tell you, I didn't notice a preponderance of phones being held up at Nick.
Because it's old people.
Probably. But yeah, I don't mind the odd one. If someone holds a phone up to take a photo, I was at Nick Cave. Yeah, that takes 10 seconds.
Yeah,
not an hour and a bloody half.
That's right. Well, I did actually find this on the interwebs about Nick's concert. Where was it? Somewhere where was he? Oh, in Poland, I think, wasn't he? And he was basically telling the people, put your phones in your pocket. Have a listen to this.
You can film a little bit, but are you going to do that all night? How about we all film me now? You ready? And then put your f***ing phones away. 30 seconds.
So Nick got in there and told him, film me and then put your fucking phone away.
So you wrote the script for his announcement, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah. Which is fair enough too. I think, they're pain in the arse.
Absolutely.
I think a photo and 10 seconds worth of a clip maybe is enough. That's if you
more than enough, plenty. Yes. Yeah.
I think I took a couple of photos when we went and saw not Genesis,
Steve Hackett.
Yeah, I took a couple of photos of that because I actually liked the lights look quite nice.
It was really nice. Yeah.
So anyway, 1001 albums you must listen to before you die, edited by Robert Dimery. I think we need to make an announcement here, Mick, that Robert has been a strong part of this show over the last few years, and he's been I think a real help to us.
I think so. Yes.
He's provided us with a 1001 albums we must listen to, which we haven't quite listened to yet, I don't think, because once we get to the 1990s, we start to sort of peter out, don't we?
Oh, tail right off, yeah.
And in fact, just recently I did pull one out of the 1990s, and I've still got bruises from you.
Yeah, that's about right. Look, we've been harsh on some people. Yeah, not that we want to. We're nothing special. But if people insist on A, releasing a terrible album, and B, convincing someone that it's a great album and having them write about it, then they deserve all the comment that they can get.
Yeah.
We're nothing but fans, and nothing's more brutal than a fan.
But I think
upset.
the other thing we are is we're fair.
Absolutely, I think so. Yeah.
We're the epitome of fairness. So we wouldn't be wrong.
Of course not.
So it's quite makes sense that if you want to have your album critically analysed, give it to us.
That's right. Yeah, and I'm sure Kevin Rowlands and PJ Harvey are absolutely delighted at the fact that whilst we didn't like it, we were cruel but fair.
Totally fair. And in fact, with my therapist, I've just got through PJ. I'm just moving on to Kevin Rowland's album. It's going to be a little bit longer, I think.
I think we've got to do some work. Yeah. But I blame them.
Yeah.
If they want to release that sort of album, and it does lasting damage to us, they've got to wear the consequences.
That's right. I've still got cut marks on my wrists from that album.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
It's really quite sad.
Yeah. I swallowed a razor blade and everything.
I don't think you've quite grasped the concept. Everybody's an expert, although in this particular case, the experts sometimes talk a load of shit.
Yeah, but they do. And I think as we move along, there's more people become experts, and then I don't know. Do they know what they're talking about, Mick? Do you think?
Well, no.
There's a lot of people.
No.
If you look at the book, there's a lot of people that have done reviews in that book.
Yeah.
Because it's 1,001 reviews.
Yeah.
And only ever one person does the actual review, and sometimes they just write a load of utter twallop.
Well, I must say, I have read some of those reviews and wondered how they got a different album to the one that we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always love a good juxtaposition.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of that in that book.
Yep.
Lots of juxtapositions.
Yeah. So what he's written has got nothing to do with the album and bears no resemblance to the album. So where he said good, it's appalling. Where he said it's exciting and challenging, means you can't listen to it.
Yes.
I think maybe it's a decoding thing.
I don't know. And then you sort of think to yourself, how did some of these albums get in there? And well, anyway. But there's plenty of good albums in there, and we've still got a long way to go of getting through them.
I think so. And look, we didn't start out to bag Robert, because I think he's done a terrific job. I think the book stands, despite in any listing of 1,000 albums, no one's going to like them all. Mm. But he's done a great job, and that book has been a mainstay of the beginning of our program for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at whether we continue on next year. Let us know if you think if we think we should keep picking albums out of Bob's book. But either way, if you're looking for books about rock music to fill out your library, 1,001 Albums You Must Listen To by Robert Dimery, great, one of the better ones.
Yeah, and start picking your way through them. And
absolutely,
there's some gems in there, that's for sure.
Absolutely, it's stuff you may not have even heard of, stuff you may not even want to hear of.
That's right. So tell us about our year, Mick. It's another thing too. The Spotify list will come out soon about what we've listened to over the year as well. So that'll be exciting.
That'll be interesting. Maybe we can have a look at that the first episode next year. Yeah.
Anyway, so how did you see the year pan out, old son?
Well, I think we had a great year. It was really exciting. Lots of a mix of special interest targets, special interest topics rather. Where we talked about artists and their career, their broad career. People like Leonard Cohen. That was really good. Lots of albums, specific albums that we talked about, and mostly fairly positive.
Yeah.
And other things that we talked about, like theme episodes where we talked about a whole lot of songs based on a theme. And I think we did a good mix of all of those. If you look in the list of what's in season 4, there's plenty there to listen to, and I think we got better.
Yeah, I think
as we went along. I think the episodes flow well. You know, I'm listening to a whole lot of podcasts about how to do your podcast better, and it's really interesting. And take some of those things on board. You know, I think we edit our episodes a lot tighter now to say, oh, that's a load of crap. Let's not talk about that. Let's make it interesting, not just something that you find interesting for God knows what reason.
And just pull out bits of. I'm getting good at pulling out dead air.
I think so.
There's a bit of dead air in there sometimes.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. I think we've got a lot more people listening to us than previously, and that's always great, from some outlandish places. Now, I know we've talked about SEOs, whatever that means. We increased search engine optimization is what it is. So you put stuff in your episode so that people can find you easily. We increased our listenership with people from places. Forget how they heard of us. We've not heard of where they live.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, hello to places like Wyoming, Pennsylvania, and Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Oh, Council Bluff.
Yeah, they loved Leonard Cohen. Good on you, fellas. Can't argue with that.
They had a little flurry there, didn't they?
They did indeed. Now, why on earth would someone who's from Sweden go looking for Mick and the Fat Man regularly? I think it's great, and we welcome you and love to have you on board.
I think it's our love of ABBA.
We haven't done an episode on ABBA.
Haven't we done anything on ABBA? Oh, we've done one of their albums, haven't we?
We did, and that was a highlight of the year.
Yeah.
What was it? Arrival.
Arrival.
So that was this year.
We basically fawned over Frida and Benny.
Benny's always been a favourite of mine. The way he trims that beard, he's got something in common with all of us.
Yeah.
Why would someone in Russia listen to us? Maybe we'll have the KGB or the FSB knocking on our door, because we're encouraging.
I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable right now because right now we're not on the ground floor.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And if you live in Russia, there's obviously a bit of a safety issue with a lot of their hotels.
People falling out of windows.
Journalism, and I think they just get pissed on vodka and they fall out the window.
Well, that could be it, but it is a very much, as soon as you mention the name Vladimir Putin and your window's open, that's
out.
A nasty combination. Absolutely. I still find it amazing, and I know in principle how it works, all of that someone in Frankfurt, hello Mr. Frankfurt again, still no sign of life.
G'day, mate.
Or Japan or South Korea can find out about us and listen regularly.
Yeah.
Or, come Mr. Frankfurt, give us a sign of life. Say hello, just one little word, send us a comment. It's at the top of our show notes. Send it, and it works. I've done it myself.
I went to the airport at Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Saw the old-fashioned flicking sign of the plane arrivals. That was great.
Yep. Did you know that we now have listeners in 82 countries?
Are there that many countries in the world?
There is 170 odd. Yeah, yes. So let's find the other 90. Yeah. And 972 cities around the world.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Isn't it just extraordinary? Yeah? Some poor little buffhead sitting in a city that no one's ever heard of except for the people who live there.
And when he walks out, he's got no one to talk to us about. Talk to other people about us. He walks out and goes, oh, I just listened to Mick and the Fam. And they go, what the fuck are you talking about? Fucking idiot.
That's exactly right. But it was this year, we did our first interview ever. Yeah, we've been threatening it for some time, but finally got around to it, and that was really good. That was received really well. The Jarrah interview. Yeah. Hello, Jarrah. It was very entertaining, very eye opening. I think it worked a treat. I didn't know how it would go, but Jarrah doesn't mind having a chat.
His genre isn't something that we would normally look at because he described himself as dance cry to my daughter the other day.
Dance cry.
Yeah.
Okay,
so because they said, "Oh, how do you?" Because they know him before they knew that he lived next door to me. They'd already listened to him.
Ah, that's it. That's mingle with fame, isn't it?
And he was over our place a couple of weeks back, and he was saying, I said, "I got any new music coming out, mate?" He goes, "Yeah." "Oh, yeah, I do actually. I've got one coming out, a collaboration with Duke Dumont." And my daughter and her partner go, "You're kidding, Duke Dumont?" Really? And next thing they're on to their friends saying, "Duke Dumont's doing blah blah a song with," and it's out. I just was.
We're there at the cutting edge. It's amazing, isn't it?
Jesus.
Talking to these people.
they were so excited about it, and they'd already used a couple of his songs. When they go to the gym, they use a couple of his songs because it's
Excellent.
It's fantastic. So
I think I'll start that now. I'll give a tape of Jarrah's stuff to the gym and say, "Don't want to hear any more 90s nonsense. I want to hear Jarrah."
But his new song's a little bit more dance and a little less dance cry. So that's just a warning for those who are into the dance cry side of it.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he's been churning through the music of late, so it's great news.
We've had more people contact us this year than ever before, and the number that's really great because we keep saying every week, "Come on, let us know what you think. Tell us something."
Yeah.
And people, harking back to Jarrah, it was nice that some people drew on Jarrah's comments to talk about their experiences with music before that type of the type of experiences that Jarrah had, and it was really interesting. Some people like Mark from Sydney and Pete from Mackay, they've seem to have appointed themselves as our field correspondents.
Yes, that's right. And don't forget, next year we're looking to have the Pete from Mackay segment. What Pete's thinking?
That's right. Yeah. What's on the emails, Pete? We did that. Look, what about the listener suggestion that we did? The Nick Lowe episode, which I thought went really well. I was really pleased with Nick. That came from a suggestion from Nick in Victoria.
I was surprised with Nick Lowe. I kind of, I knew one song.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out I knew a few songs more than I thought I knew, but nonetheless, I really had no idea about who he was per se.
That's right. And look, that's the point of this podcast. Yeah, find out a bit of stuff that you don't know other than what gets played on the radio.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that episode. I've listened to. He's since on my playlist a bit. Some of his croony type stuff. I quite enjoy it.
Absolutely. And look, the playlist that we did, the Mick and the Fat Man Nick Lowe episode playlist, that works quite well too. Where stuff we talk about, stuff that he's appeared on, stuff that he's worked on, other people he's influenced or worked on. It worked really, really well.
Yeah, interesting fellow.
I hope other people who are listening to us take up the idea and give us some suggestions about stuff for 2025.
Yeah.
If you haven't got the gist of how we talk about something, you haven't been listening. But
No. And we're always nice.
Indeed. Except for in a couple of particular suggestions.
That's only because they deserved it.
That's right. So please don't suggest Coldplay because you know what'll happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Or Jeff Buckley. Yeah.
Well, we could do a posthumous episode of, why
bother?
I do, knocking on heaven's door.
Yeah, but he's not knocking anymore.
No.
He's floated straight past.
Stop knocking.
Tell us what you like. It can be an artist, an album, an event, a theme, or even a book.
Yep.
Because you know that I read books.
You do.
I read books and still buy books.
I know.
My local bookshop, which I've got, which is thriving, knows me, and they've got a fantastic collection on rock music.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
For you?
Not just for me, but I certainly help them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I love some of the stuff that they come up with. And in fact, I'll mention later on this episode a couple of the books that I bought from them this year.
Okay.
And we'll see how we go.
I think bookshops actually have had a little bit of a resurgence. They sort of went down the gurgler there for a while.
Yeah.
And they kind of are gradually coming back again.
Yeah. Look, for books that matter, Kindle doesn't cut it. I've used Kindle, and it's a lot easier to carry Kindle around on your phone if you're going somewhere or travelling and you're reading a book that it doesn't matter, the type of book that you'd leave behind in your hotel room or give to a charity library. That's all right, read it on your screen. But if it's a book that matters, a biography of someone that you love, about some special events, whatever, a book, you can't replace it. You can't beat it.
The thing I like about the Kindle is it's good for my old ageing eyes. I can make the letters a bit bigger.
Yeah, I just buy things that are printed. It's an old man version.
You buy them in Braille.
Well, exactly. The easiest way to send us a message.
In Braille.
Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout. They've invented Braille show notes, which you can read on your phone. But on the top of our show notes, you will have seen, people, as you go and have a look at clicking us to listen to us, it says send us a message. I've done it. I've sent messages to them. And it's so easy. You just go click and it opens up in an SMS and you can send them whatever you like.
Is that the dick pic you sent to us?
Oh, that was meant for Prince Charles.
Jesus. I thought, who's doing this? That's an ugly looking thing.
Oh.
Well, come on.
I got some good comments.
Oh, not many, mate. Most people are a little bit put off by it.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind next time. Yeah.
Drawing the smiley face on, I thought it looked a bit weird. That was all.
Well, that's very true indeed. We saw a lot of bands this year.
Yeah.
Not least Nick Cave, which then inspired an episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. You did.
I know.
Yeah, you didn't invite me.
You didn't want to go.
How do you know?
I read your mind.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you mean I didn't invite you?
You didn't. You just were going. And I thought, he doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, bad. Didn't invite me to They Might Be Giants.
No. Well, after you didn't invite me to Nick Cave, I thought there's no way in the world I'm taking you there.
Well, at least we went to Ed Cooper.
We did.
Yeah, and he was
twice.
Yes, and that was the one where I've already confessed. I went backstage to tell Ed how much we enjoyed the show. A few too many beers.
Talking a bit left-handed.
No, it's still okay speaking English, but just the words weren't in the right order.
Yeah.
And I misspoke one of his greatest songs, Thus Spake the King of Euro Disco, not once, but twice when I called it Thus Spake Zarathustra. And, well, colour me embarrassed. and I couldn't get away with it because he corrected me both times.
Did he?
Sorry, Ed. I do apologise for that.
He thought you were a dickhead.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he did. He closed the door of the dressing room afterwards and said, God, this is why I don't let people come backstage. Idiots. Yeah, so you went and saw They Might Be Giants?
Yeah,
Any good? Tell us about it.
It's fantastic. They did. I mean, their most famous album is, of course, Flood, and so it's got, Istanbul, not Constantinople, and I Returned a Bag of Groceries accidentally taken off the shelf before the expiration date.
As you do.
And stuff like that. So they played that entire album, not in one go. They spattered. They had a smattering of a couple of new songs. They actually had a new album come out not long before they started the tour. So there was a few songs off that, and then a few other ones that were there. But as I said before, the only song that passed me by because I didn't really know it was the theme song from Malcolm in the Middle. And when they started playing it, everyone went, yeah! And I think, I don't know this song.
I've never seen that show. I know what it is.
I've never seen the show either.
Yeah.
I just had to have a look. When was it on? It was 2000 to 2006. And I think life just got in the way of trying to see some of that sort of shit. And so it would have been pre-streaming, pre-Netflix and all that sort of stuff. And if you missed it on the night, well, you missed it. End of story. And life was too busy, young kids and all that sort of stuff. It just wasn't going to watch it. So, I didn't know it, but everybody else did. And it was literally the song that got the biggest reception. But I was more excited about Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Oh, as would I have been, yeah, if I'd gone.
Yeah.
Tim Freedman from the Whitlams. I saw him at a local club just playing a quick pop-up gig because apparently he visits the South Coast fairly regularly and he's got a holiday house down there somewhere. So,
is he like your neighbour?
I don't know the arrangement, but there's been some issues. The local club went broke, and all the residents all got together and said, "No, this is not on." So it's been staffed for the last year and a half by volunteers, cleaning crew, all the bar staff, everything except for one paid secretary manager, and the rest of it is all of us volunteers. So
and it's doing all right, is it?
It's doing all right. It's doing just fine.
Fantastic.
Which is it, and other clubs have picked up that idea too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think that's a terrific thing. Anyway, so I saw Tim. By the by, I saw Tim Freedman there.
Oh, was he actually there? Was he?
He played.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And a very informal rendition of some Whitlams songs and some other new stuff that he's done. And he was really good, really good. A lot more casual. I've seen the Whitlams before, and on occasion he seems a bit stitched up, a bit tight.
Yeah.
But this was great. He was nice and relaxed, and had a chat to him afterwards. Very pleasant sort of fella.
Oh, fantastic, yeah. Because he actually is very competent all by his little lonesome on the stage, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah.
I've seen him do a lot of solo stuff.
Yeah, he's very good. Went and saw the Animals.
Why?
Which I don't know. A friend of mine bought me the ticket. Yeah, so and look, despite how old many of the bands we talk about on this program are, this was the oldest band I'd ever seen. The drummer was 80.
Fucking hell.
And he was the only original member left.
Who did the singing?
Somebody else, I don't know. Because obviously, who was it?
Eric
Burden. He's dead.
Yeah.
He died a long time ago.
Did they have someone that sounded a little bit like Eric, with sort of the gravelly sort of voice? And
No, not as such. Just a bloke who could sing the songs and keep a tune, I guess.
Get anybody. I mean, the band could be anybody. There's like a cover band, really, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah. They played in an Italianate wedding venue.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So, it was a dinner and show.
Where at?
Wollongong. Yeah. That doesn't stand up to rigorous questioning. Apparently that was quite posh in the 70s, the dinner and show thing.
Yeah.
So maybe no one's told them that
it's not 70s
anymore. No.
Oh, God, what a weird place to see someone.
Very strange indeed.
What was the food like? Wedding
food in an Italianate venue, yeah. It was all right. You could eat it.
Wedding food.
Nobody died afterwards, I don't think.
God, I'm glad we don't go to weddings anymore. Very rarely.
Yeah.
Very
But the downside of that is that we go to more funerals.
Yeah, been a few funerals.
Yeah. That's sad.
But anyway, that's and the food's not as good at a funeral. Have you found that?
I have indeed. Yeah. It's sometimes it's really good though. I've been to some where it's been great. Yeah, really good. Listen, if you're not doing anything tonight, do you want to come and see Bob Mould?
Who's Bob Mould?
Bob Mould's the subject of one of our better episodes. He's one of the founder members of Husker Du, and he's had a lot of solo work, and he had a band called Sugar in the early 90s, which produced the excellent album Copper Blue.
Is that a pretend name, or is it his real name?
That's his real name, yeah.
It sounds like a cleaning agent, Get Bob Mould onto all your stains.
Thank you for that. That's really, really very good. So we're seeing him tonight at the Metro in Sydney.
Yes,
and
we
by
are.
the time this episode goes to air, Jeff will be convinced about how good Bob is live.
Or deaf.
One or the other. He is a wee bit loud. He likes the volume pedal.
My ears just ain't what they used to be. Like your own, sir.
Like my own, sir. Well, yeah, I can adjust.
You can adjust the volume. I can't.
Yeah. And before we go live to air in this episode, I'll have seen Crowded House at the Sydney Opera House forecourt.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's become the prestigious venue to play. You recall I saw the Pixies there last year.
Yeah.
And the Pixies are touring again next year.
Didn't Crowded House have their farewell concert on the four steps of the Opera House?
Yeah, their poorly named farewell concert, yeah.
Who's in the band? Is it the same band?
Oh, well, no, not Paul Hester.
No.
But Mark Seymour and
the one
Neil Finn, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Tim's playing.
Does he get a Guernsey sometimes, does he?
Oh, yeah, I've seen Crowded House play with Tim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they do fantastic harmonies together.
Oh, and they have a few albums out together and stuff like that.
But I think, like brothers, they don't want to spend every day of the week together.
No. Okay, when are you seeing them?
Oh, I don't know, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So,
do you get to? Is it a sit down? Oh, you sit on the steps.
Sit on the steps of the forecourt of the Opera House. Yeah,
you got to take a little round cushion so your hemorrhoids don't fall out.
I think I'll do that. I think that's a very good idea. The problem with an outdoor venue like that is that you get the slightest breeze across Sydney Harbour, and it takes away the sound straight over into the Botanical Gardens.
Or sit in the Botanical Gardens.
That's probably a good idea. Or sit, downwind of whatever it is. Yeah. So,
and then the people across the other side of the harbour complain about all the noise that you haven't heard.
Oh, yeah. Well, Alan Jones certainly won't be complaining about the noise. No.
Where's Alan? He's there, though, isn't he, with his green tracksuit on?
Oh, that's right. He's back in the toaster.
He's back and he's right on the edge, just on the way out to the Opera House on the peninsula there. There's a building called the Toaster, and Alan Jones, an ex radio
artist.
shot jock, lives there and he's just been anyway. He's
subject of a lot of news reports.
Yeah, he's had a few issues with boys, young men, not boys.
Yeah, I've seen Crowded House at I think you should.
Yeah, so you've seen Crowded?
I saw Crowded House at a winery in the Southern Highlands, and although my wife thought that they were pretty good, I thought same problems. Bit of a wind across the stage, and there goes the sound. You can watch it flying away on the wind.
These concerts outside promise so much and deliver so little.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah.
So somewhere at a winery, you get to sit on a picnic blanket. I hate sitting on a picnic blanket. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah. And
I'm uncomfortable. And you take your little packed lunch with you, and all that happens to me is I drink like 3 bottles of wine and fall down, and get pissed and try to get out of there.
Well, that's what the winery show's about.
That's right. So you have to buy their fucking wine.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just, oh God, because we used to go and see the Symphony Under the Stars.
Any outdoor show, all of these criticisms apply.
Oh, and they just actually that wasn't too bad. I must admit, the sound wasn't too bad for some reason. But
if you're lucky and don't get a wind, good.
Yeah, but in general, it's just awful.
Yep,
just awful.
And for our Australian listeners, there's a rock quiz program called Rockwiz, which when you say it quickly, it sounds like rock quiz. It's a bit like for our UK and European listeners, a bit like Never Mind the Buzzcocks or 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. A bit anarchic, funny questions, not necessarily all of them accurate or necessary, but it was a lot of fun.
Great,
the format translates very well indeed, doesn't it?
I loved it. I really did love it. It was and the thing that was interesting was that the two best, because they started out picking people out of picked some people out of the audience, and then they just picked a couple of random people out of the audience to come and actually answer the questions.
Yeah.
So there would be a rock musician of some description in the team. So 2 teams of 3, wasn't it, or 4?
Yeah, 2 teams of 3.
One person was a muso, and the other 2 were just sort of people just out of the audience. And the 2 best, well, the one best, in fact, was this chick who, at the start, I thought she doesn't know anything. And all of a sudden, she come good, and she went with a flurry. She knew bloody everything.
Mia Dyson?
No. The one from the audience, the woman from the audience.
Oh, yeah, she was very good indeed.
She was amazing. So, and on the other team, the other woman from the audience was also very good.
Yeah.
And then there was my name.
If that's picked.
My namesake was there, Jeff, and he was a bit of a dick.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
What did they say? Oh, and what do you do with yourself, Jeff? What does he say?
Strangles chickens.
Strangles chickens.
I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Thanks, Jeff. Yep.
Yeah, move on, mate.
Yeah, you're too old for that sort of humour.
Yeah, just strangled chickens. I mean, it's stupid.
Indeed. So for that show, as being a rock show tilted towards older people, funnily enough, I wore my Warren Zevon 1991 tour T-shirt because I don't often wear tour T-shirts.
Yeah,
because
you don't buy them.
I don't often buy them actually.
Yeah.
I've got a few over the years, but I don't often.
I just begrudge spending $60 on a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
What they are now. It's
it's just crazy stuff. Yeah.
Although at Rockwiz, I did buy a tea towel.
I think that was very important.
Very
good.
good.
You can be wiping up your dishes while you're thinking, do I know the answer to that question?
And the other thing was that in keeping with that sort of merchandise, it was, of course, of poor quality.
I washed it once and all the colours have run. Just dreadful. Just dreadful. So I'm sitting next to this bloke who was on my right, and I leaned. Somehow he saw the back of my T-shirt and he said, "Oh, Warren Zevon, did you see him?" No, I bought the bloody T-shirt just online and on eBay.
Yeah.
Anyway, and no, that's not fair because he was a nice bloke, and it led to a 30-minute talk about music and bands and concerts you've seen and all that sort of thing.
They're about to get you to start packing up the chairs in the theatre, or at least mop the floor or something like that. They're so long.
Get out of here, will you, mate? Towards the end, the band and the guests, Tim Freedman, Mia Dyson, and Sarah Blasco, of course, sang Nick Lowe's song, which is coincidental. We'd just done an episode on them. What's so funny about peace, love and understanding? Yeah. So this bloke next to me says, who did this song? Knowing he was going to feel like a real dickhead when I told him the answer.
Glad you asked, says Mick.
Glad you asked. And I said, Nick Lowe. And he says, damn, I saw him live about 7 years ago in Newcastle.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. They travelled down from Newcastle for this, hadn't they?
Yeah.
That's right.
So it turns out he was just as snobby and intolerant about music as I am. Then his wife, Patrina, said, my God, it's like hearing an echo with you two talking.
It was a good show, though. Well worth it.
A good night out, yeah, a lot of fun. It wasn't too expensive, I don't think, the tickets, but, if you see anything live, there's a lot of people you've got to pay, and better than sitting at home and watching Netflix. Or sometimes.
It depends.
Depends on what you saw. Yeah. And speaking of stage shows, I went and saw Superstar, which has done its 5-year annual resurgence. And
Jesus Christ Superstar?
Jesus Christ Superstar, indeed. And what a moneymaker for Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's always on stage somewhere in the world.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see it in January.
Excellent. Yeah, it's really, really this version is really great. The playing was excellent. The staging was excellent. It was a steel girder frame.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we're lit up at various points to highlight different elements of the show. Yeah, it was great. The band was up on one level of this framework, so you could see the band. Yeah,
that's unusual.
Which was good. Yeah. So
that would have been good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking. Don't tell me too much. Don't nobody.
I won't tell you anymore. No, but it was great. You'll really enjoy it, I think.
I think I've said previously that I was there at the 1973 version in Australia, the original Australian cast, as it was called back in the day.
Yes.
And that's when they had their centre piece of equipment in the stage was a dodecahedron.
That's fantastic.
And which is a 10-sided object made from pentagons, from memory. I think it's 10-sided. Yes, dodecahedron would be 10 sides. And the top lifted off like an egg, and also the sides came down, and so they used to bang around on that. And then they had a big glass elevator in the stage as well, where Judas was hung and went up through the very enjoyable. And if you remember, do you remember Reg Livermore?
Yes, I do indeed.
He was Herod, and he was outrageous. It was fantastic fun. Anyway, I was over at Jarrah's place just the other day talking about it, Jesus Christ Superstar, and his wife walks out and says, "Oh, I've got this, the original Australian cast recording of Jesus Christ Superstar from 1973. She had the original record."
Is that the one with Angry Anderson?
No, before that. Before
wow.
that. Trevor White,
John
English, Marcia Hines.
Wow.
I can't remember who else was in it. Some people I don't know. But
any of them still around, do you know?
Trevor White is, I think.
Okay.
Marsha Hines definitely is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is. They'd all be 80s odd now, I would have thought.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah. Anyway, it was a great show, and to see the original Australian cast record was a great treat.
Way back then, that album was really, despite our somewhat unpopulous tastes, which we keep talking about every week, that album and that show, I think it's almost timeless. It's got to be one of the best. I've had this discussion with lots of people about stage shows and musicals, and there are some people who are real musical heads and love musicals, and I'm not one of them, but there's some very good ones over the years, some 40s and 50s and 60s, and not to mention The Sound of Music and Mary Poppins. Yeah. But this has got to be one of the best ever done.
I think probably second to Cats, and that's it.
Oh, Cats. Of course, those Cats. Oh, dear, I'd forgotten about cats for a reason.
Yeah. And what was the other one he did? They did one on not skateboards, on roller skates, and I can't remember what it was called. It looked
I think
awful.
there's a reason for that,
I think it looked awful. Yeah.
Maybe they just jagged it with Jesus Christ Superstar.
Or maybe it is Jesus Christ Superstar on skates. Because you know how they used to do everything on ice back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Disney on ice and this on ice.
Yeah, but only Rick Wakeman could pull that off.
Yeah. That's right. He knows how to put on a show.
That's right, mate. That's right. I've been when I haven't been going to shows, I've been reading. And look, I know we sit down there and we talk late into the night about books and which book's this and which book's that.
It's all
and I know you just can't get enough of a book with a 10-page insert of photos from 1979 of
that's
a
all
musician.
To be honest, I don't read the books. I just look at the pictures.
Just look at the pictures, yeah. And that's important. Yeah. I know you like the pictures in the Nico book most of all.
Yeah, and Hot Tub Fantasies. That's the book I've been reading lately.
That's always been a favourite of mine.
Shaved and Depraved. That's another one.
There's no answer to that, is there?
Nah.
So I bought a couple this year that I know that you would love.
Yeah.
If you could get them in audiobooks.
Oh, you could read them to me. You like reading books. I could lie in your little lap and you could read them to me.
Oh, of course. That's a good
That'd be
idea.
nice.
What about Half Deaf and Completely Mad by, based on the diaries of Tony Cohen? Now, you say, who's Tony Cohen?
Who's Tony Cohen? I will.
Probably, based on his track record, one of the best producers and engineers in Australian rock music history. He's got a ghostwriter by the name of John Olson doing the book with him because he's since passed.
The artist, John Olson.
Yeah, that's right. He was painting a picture while Tony was reading it out.
Yep, right.
Tony Cohen, when you look at his discography, it's just awesome. Nick Cave's various incarnations. He's been a long-time friend of Nick Cave.
Okay.
Split Ends, Ed Cooper, for the Saints, the Laughing Clowns, Go-Betweens, Michael Hutchence, Hunters and Collectors, the Models, and the list just goes on and on. Any Australian band that anyone's ever heard of, Tony Cohen's probably had a hand in their best work.
There you go. I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's really well written, very easy to read, and it's lots of little insights about we did a half dial on this, and it doesn't bore you with all the technical stuff unless that's interesting as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so stories about Tony Cohen, he's not backward about admitting his failings, and one of his prime failings is that he had a love for chemical enhancement.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Took a lot of drugs during his life and talks about how that ruled him out of a lot of things.
I just pulled him up on the wonderful world of Wikipedia.
You do, yes.
Supernaut. We talked about Supernaut just recently.
He likes it both ways.
He
did.
He was the engineer of Supernaut.
Yeah.
And the ferrets.
Yeah,
Remember
he did the ferrets. Yep.
Birthday party, as you mentioned. James Freud. That's another one of these.
James Freud, the radio stars, and he came back in the Models, didn't he? Yeah.
Is that where he ended up?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And of course, the Reels.
Yes. Dave Mason there, son of a politician.
Now, here's one I'm not familiar with: the Olympic Sideburns.
Bit of a show band.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Not one of my favourites either.
No. Oh, and the Krill Sea. They're great. And the Falling Joys. Tism.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Look,
Busy boy.
If you can name any great Australian band, Tony Cohen's had a hand in their career somewhere. And it's a really, really good book. You can open it, and it's one of those, because it's diary style, you can just open it. It's his early days, how he learned his craft, and people like Tom Jones. Yeah. He worked in that sort of environment before he moved on to doing great rock and roll. So you open it up any place and start reading. It's really, really
God, he's
good.
run the gamut. He's amazing.
Hasn't he? Yeah.
Final one he did produced was Augie March. So
which was also a really great album. Much
good
later.
Good band.
My wife gave me another one called Icons of Rock by a journalist from the 70s and 80s called Jenny Boyd.
Okay.
It's a book of fantastic quotes by stacks of people we love. Peter Gabriel, Sinead O'Connor, Peter Green, Kirsty MacColl, and about 60 others. So you can just pick a couple of lines out of each of the interviews or read the whole interview. It's great people, great stuff.
That's what you're going to do next year. In every show, you're going to give us a quote.
That's an idea. Yeah.
Quote,
Why don't we look at that?
Yeah, quote.
Tell us if you think that'd be a good idea.
I just did.
No, not you.
Oh, right, sorry.
People who matter. And I just bought one the other day, a new book called Us and Them, which is
Pink Floyd's story. The story of Pink Floyd.
kind of. It's by a fellow by the name of Mark Blake, and it's a history of, even better than Pink Floyd, Hipgnosis.
Oh.
Yeah.
The best album covers ever.
Yeah. So the name of the book is taken from a track on Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, and Hipgnosis did the cover of that. But my favourite Hipgnosis cover is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, which has got the two burning men shaking hands.
Fantastic.
It's just an awesome cover.
I think it's only one burning man.
Is it? The guy on the right? Yeah.
The one on the left isn't burning.
Oh, he will be soon if you keep shaking hand with the guy who's
I've
on
just
the
chalked
right.
up to another one of your mistakes.
Okay, I think you've noted that. And by the end of next year, no one's going to care about that one. He's done stuff. Led Zeppelin. He did
one?
the song. He did the song remains the same.
Oh, yeah.
Presence.
Okay.
Houses of the Holy.
Okay.
Yeah, song remains the same is great. It's a picture of a theatre with Led Zeppelin on the marquee, and the theatre is old and decrepit and falling down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, really good stuff. Bad Company. He did that cover.
The original one.
Yep. Genesis.
Not a lot of thought went into that one, though, is there? It's just black.
Well,
With
they
white
had
writing.
to pick a good font.
You had to pick good black. A lot of blacks in the world.
Yeah.
I just did some painting with some domino.
Fantastic.
Black paint.
Yeah.
A whole series of black paints. Like white paints.
I like it. Well, you can just paint a piece of paper black and then put some white circles on there and you've got your dominoes.
I'm going to use Old Church white.
I like that.
It's another white.
Yeah. Because you were the root of everything, Jeffrey. You are very religious, and I think Old Church white is fitting. It's suitable.
That's it. When it comes to the Gospels, talk to me.
Indeed. I try and do that. It's a detailed book, but very readable. And look, and you know how I love reading. As a matter of course,
Yes.
I read casually, not just reading rock biographies. I read. There's an author a Scottish guy by the name of Ian Rankin, who's written a series of detective books about Inspector Rebus. Now, you may not know, but he's one of the biggest selling crime fiction writers in the world.
Yep.
Great book, and his character, and consequently him, is a like us. He's a music fiend.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and he always cites not necessarily mainstream musicians, and always goes for deep cuts, unusual stuff. And in this particular book, his latest book, which I'm reading now, Rebus talks about he likes the song "Hurt," but he prefers the Johnny Cash version.
Johnny Cash version, of course.
So I think what a nice tie-up there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
The other one too is a show, a television show that I watched that you put me on to, which was Loudermilk.
Oh yes, it's good, isn't it?
That's very good, and some great musical references in that show as well.
Talk about intolerant. He makes me look like calm, happy, and accepting.
He does. He does. He's a curmudgeon, isn't he?
Isn't he just? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great show if you get the opportunity. Oh, is it on Netflix? I think it's on Netflix.
One of those. They're all the same.
Yeah, they are.
Now, I believe, Jeffrey, that you are under the deluded opinion that I've made mistakes because I talk so fast, my mouth goes ahead of my brain.
I would never, ever infer that because you are indeed a rock expert and we always believe everything you say because it's always truth.
I think that's probably true. However, I've got to admit to a couple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you pick them up?
Well,
In the zeitgeist.
Bit of a zeitgeisty thing, yes, yeah. Episode 16, where we talked about Bowie and Scary Monsters and Super Creeps.
Yes.
I called one of the album tracks Teenage Wasteland.
Yes.
Now, ordinary people might not worry about that and they'd think, oh, okay, that's fair enough. But the track is actually called Teenage Wildlife. And so I got a quick cease and desist order from Pete Townsend because Teenage Wasteland is on Who's Next.
Teenage Wasteland.
And it's also known as Barbara O'Reilly.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
Okay, there you go. Well, that's no good, is it?
No, and then I talked about the Clash.
Oh, yeah.
As having a working class upbringing.
Yeah.
Boy, did that put the cat amongst the pigeons. It's not quite that simple.
No?
No. Joe Strummer was the son of a diplomat and went to private school, reinvented himself as an angry working class boy.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That turd.
And Johnny Lydon,
Yeah.
our favourite for a nasty quote,
Yeah.
called the Clash posh pretenders and accused them of cultural appropriation.
Okay. So I found, you talked about episode 16. So I found a little something on episode 16 that you said, and I'll just play a little bit of a grab of it here.
Skyhooks, who were a fantastic band.
Fantastic band.
Until Shirley decided to see exactly how far he could fly his lighter-than-light plane through Tambourine Mountain.
Was he a light plane or a helicopter? I can't remember.
No, it was the ultralights.
Was it an ultralight or a plane?
Ultralights are planes after a fashion.
It was an airborne device that stopped in. So I thought he died in a helicopter. So I thought I'd look it up, as I did. Shirley Strawn was killed in a helicopter crash on the 29th of August 2001 at the age of 49. He had been a fixed-wing pilot for many years and had been undergoing training to be a helicopter pilot. Now, when you said that he flew into Mount Tambourine, he actually flew into a thing called Mount Archer, which is about 150 miles away from Mount Tambourine. So maybe he got confused, and that's why he thought he was flying to Mount Tambourine, and he flew into Mount Archer in his ultralight helicopter.
That could happen.
So I don't mean to, sort of stick it up you, mate, but you're just so far wrong on that.
I know.
You need to apologise.
I do. I clearly need to apologise to you and to the listeners that I have both the scene and method of Shirley's passing incorrect.
Then I went on to episode 17, which is our Nick Lowe show, and you said this.
Yes, folks, right here is the only place on the face of the earth where you can get Huggy Bear's guaranteed round-the-clock protection. Now, your regular cross or mezuzah is fine in the daytime when the light is on. You look up on the wall and there it is protecting you. But when the light's out and the good Lord can't see you...
So you said that the Starsky and Hutch show had Snoop Dogg as Huggy Bear in it, and... Snoop Dogg wasn't in the... Well, he was 6, I think he was, when that show was on. And, in fact, it was played by a fellow by the name of Antonio Fargas, an American actor known for his roles in 1970s blaxploitation. I'd never heard of that term before.
Not heard. It's a great word, isn't it?
As well as his portrayal as Huggy Bear in the 1970s TV series Starsky and Hutch.
Well, I think that probably you could have dug a little bit deeper and you would have found that when they redid the movie, redid Starsky and Hutch as a movie with Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller, Huggy Bear was played by Snoop Dogg. Because, sure, I agree, back in the 70s, an 8-year-old pimp with a big line in Street Talk just wouldn't have flown.
Well, the show was on between the years when he was 4 and finished when he was 8.
Yeah.
So
even if he learned...
Look, I think I'll let you off on that one, but I think the point is that nobody really watched the movie, though, did they? I think they watched the TV show, and the movie was just sort of banished to the back blocks of Dutch movies.
I don't know whether it was successful or not.
Actually, it was very successful.
It's pretty ordinary.
I think it was made for about $40 million and made $170 million or something along those lines.
That's reasonable success. Yeah.
So
and Snoop Dogg was the reason for that.
That's right. That's exactly right. And in fact, I did have a little bit of a look at a grab of him. He did look very, very Snoop Doggy Dog.
The original bloke?
No, the new bloke.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Snoop Dogg in the movie. It's quite good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did pick up on a couple of YouTube clips. One was all the things that Huggy Bear did in the show. And every show he would have some thing going on where he's selling some shit stuff and all that sort of stuff. So there was a little bit of a thing, a little bit of a recurring theme in the show. Now, let's move on, Mick. Let's move on to episode number 14, and we'll have a listen to this.
When we were young youths.
Younger.
Yeah. Look, I saw one the other day that was a picture of the cover of My Sex's first album called Graffiti Crimes.
Yeah, great album.
It's a great album, yeah. And the photo on the cover is the lead guitar. There was a whole article associated with this this picture, and I thought it was great. The photo on the cover, it's it's a police red light, and it's ostensibly a policeman writing in his notebook, and he's got a prostitute up against the wall.
Yep.
However you care to interpret that.
Yeah.
And the lead guitarist Kevin Stanton was the copper, but he only saw his hands, so it could have been anybody.
And the writing on the wall says graffiti crimes, doesn't it? Isn't there? Is it on the wall, or is it?
No, there is graffiti on the wall, but the labelling of the album is elsewhere.
Oh, is it?
Cover, yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen it.
Well, yeah. I mean, we just listened to it. So,
elsewhere. Where was elsewhere in your mind at the time?
bottom left-hand side of the bottom left-hand corner of the album cover.
The notepad.
That's correct. Yes.
Now, I put it down to, like, you didn't have a fucking clue. That's what I was thinking. And I thought, oh, where is it? Because I had, once again, I had misviewed this, and I thought it was absolutely written on the wall. But on the wall, the graffiti says my sex.
It does.
And on the notepad, there's a few notes with graffiti crimes. So the prostitute, I think, is being stung for graffiti crimes, not for prostitution. So anyway, they're not. It's not really a mistake. I won't, sort of take it out on you too much. But I think I was just seeking clarification on this one, mate.
I think you've missed some opportunities there, Jeffrey, and I'm not going to bring them to your attention. But
okay.
Certainly, it's not unknown as we go back and listen to some of these episodes for me to say they didn't do that. That album's not the right album. Who?
It was anyway. It was a bit of fun. What about your favourite? What was your favourite episode?
I had a couple. I mean, obviously Nick Cave, because I was just inspired by having seen him just beforehand, and and I think the energy in that one and the excitement of the concert was still. I think we managed to translate that across the episode. 250 Greatest Guitarists, the one we opened this season with. Had a lot of fun doing that one.
Thank you, Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll keep coming to the party for us.
Oh, they're great guys. Yep.
Great guys. They're great guys.
Yeah. And the 250 Greatest Guitarists, another point about that, many of these episodes we do, you and I, and we just work them out, batting things across between the two of us. This one we talk to a lot of people about who do you think should be in the list? Should so-and-so be in the list? What do you reckon about this selection by Rolling Stone? So we took a lot of comments from people.
I also listened to Rick Beato, who's a YouTuber, and he had a few comments, to say the least, about the list.
Well, no doubt he thought it was fantastic.
He loved every minute of it.
Yeah. Well, he's always so helpful and praising.
Yes, that's right. Anyway, he trashed it rather well.
Oh, no.
Funny. Anyway.
Another one last one that I like,
since
we're talking about Rolling Stone, is how critics get it so wrong. That was fun.
Yes.
That grew a life of its own. We were sort of thinking, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about bad reviews of albums. And that grew and grew and grew. There's just so much. And people afterwards, the comments on it were terrific.
And the other thing is, when you write it down and publish it somewhere, it means it kind of lives forever.
Yeah.
So if you've said something dodgy 30
or
years stupid 30 years ago, it's still there. It's still there somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't escape your past.
All right, so we're getting towards the end. Do we want to talk about what we're going to do next year, old son?
I think so, mate. Yep. Look, I think probably one of the obvious obvious. I can't even say obvious. One of the obvious features of next year is we'll have a continuing dismissal of Coldplay.
Yeah, I think that's
a creative element.
Yeah. In fact, we'll have in Rock News a weekly sort of Coldplay story.
Oh, I don't think so.
That'd be great. People love that.
I was recently speaking to someone in the rock industry who said, I completely agree with you about that band, but why give them any airtime at all?
Yeah. No, that's reasonable, except they're fun.
Yeah.
As much in the same way as we give Donald Trump airtime.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to escape from that one for 4 years.
No, not at all.
We'll see. Interviews I want to do, and I think we will, based on the success of the Jarrah Panama interview. I think let's do a couple of interviews next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got I spoke to Rob Younger from Radio Birdman.
Oh, what a great band.
Yeah, excellent. I spoke to Rob a couple of weeks ago and persuaded him that it would not be a stock interview, because he hates interviews, but a chat about all things rock and roll.
Excellent.
Okay, so Rob's absolutely, he's got an encyclopedic knowledge, a wealth of knowledge about rock music, and he's really great to talk to about pretty much wherever the conversation goes, something about it.
Excellent.
And he can often fill it in with anecdotes from his own career. So
excellent.
I think let's just start talking and see where we go.
Sure, sounds great.
Yep.
Sounds really good.
Yeah. And another thing I've been thinking about is we talk about people at the top of the line, but what about the people who are the cannon fodder of rock and roll, the ones who play in bands that are never going to be remembered, who are often quite talented, but they don't have the luck or the breaks or anything at all. So they're happy enough playing tribute to the people that they love, those people who did have the breaks and the.
We should go and see a couple of tribute bands.
I don't know, it'd be great. Yeah,
I think we should.
Yeah, well, let's do that, and then we'll have a talk to them. I've got a couple of people that I know.
Yep.
And I've mentioned Ryan before, who's got a Pantera tribute band. I thought, oh Jesus, I don't even know any Pantera stuff, but he loves anything heavy metal. If it's heavy, he wants to know about it, and he plays. Yeah, and he's actually made the comment to me that his neck was sore because of shaking his head and.
Oh Jesus Christ.
So they're playing every week, often for no more than love of the music.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. So we'll have a talk with some people, and I don't think we'll even be able to afford to give them any cocaine. So they're playing for nothing. They're talking to us for nothing.
All right, that's fantastic, Mick. Anything else we want to do? You wanted to mention before we
Before we wrap her up?
Before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Do you want to do another episode of cover versions?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
No, I like covers.
Yeah. We've managed to find some really unusual stuff over the last couple of years, so let's keep that up.
And I would encourage people to have a listen to Coverville as the podcast. It's a very good, Brian Ibbott does it. It's a very, very good podcast.
Absolutely, yeah. You've given him a Guernsey before. I think that's great.
No, it's good.
And if you've got stuff that you know, an artist that you love, has done a great cover of a song. Often some of those covers are just so different to the original sound or intent of the song. Happy days. I heard of one the other day that I want to follow up. A bunch of songs redone by a woman that started out as very misogynistic male and done by a female.
Oh, really?
So I'll see if I can dig that up and we'll have a look at that. So might even take apart a list or two.
Yeah. Oh, well, we will definitely find ourselves a list somewhere along the line. Somewhere we'll find a list.
What about some themed episodes? Songs about cars or love or even breeding gerbils? I'm looking for songs already for that one.
Oh, good. That's going to be great. Sarah Blasco actually does a very good version of Flame Trees.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay.
Just reminded me about. I was listening to it the other day. A great version of that.
I do like Jimmy Barnes in Cold Chisel.
Yeah.
Just don't like Jimmy Barnes in Jimmy Barnes.
Oh, look, he's a nice bloke.
So they say.
Yeah, no, he is a lovely bloke, and him and his missus have a great time, and the kids are all there.
And his daughter was in Jesus Christ Superstar.
I look forward to it.
Which Mahalia Barnes, she was bloody fantastic. Yeah. I thought she was really great. So, Jimmy, you done good there.
Well done, mate. Anyway, on that note, mate, I think we might call it a day. Mm-hmm. Thanks, everybody. Have a good
year.
Yeah, call it a year. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you on the other side of next year. Mick, don't get too pissed over the holiday break. Well, sorry, don't get more pissed than you normally would over the holiday break. But if the family thing gets a little bit edgy, you might want to have a couple of quiet ones in the backyard somewhere. We will hopefully be back on Australia Day, which is Australia Day is January the 26th in Australia. So we'll come back and we will celebrate Australia Day with Mick and the Fat Man Talk Australian Music.
Sounds like a great idea.
Thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you next time. Well, that's a wrap, and thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And if you like this, tell your friends about us. Also, contact us at mickandthefatman@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks very much. See you next time.